Hey guys, FAZ has an article out today that speaks about an internal private chat conversation between members of the Young Alternative, the youth organization of the party AfD. They present it in a way that makes the reader believe that they have somehow attacked the constitution, and they call this conversation an extremist and anti-democratic. Complain about the conversation on the death penalty, and as I've mentioned yesterday, and it was not a joke, that being for the death penalty makes you anti-constitutional, and that can mean that you are fought by society, that you can be shunned and be punished on your job and everything, because people believe that the death penalty or its abolition is the kingpin of our Western system. One member of the Young Alternative says that it is perfectly normal to have the death penalty as an ultimate penalty. One man says, dieses liberale Beispielspülte macht mich krank, which translates to this liberal, soft something makes me sick. Then of course there are the jokes, and we have the joke police coming in because we're in Germany. Some guy says, maybe we shouldn't have a women's vote. Maybe we shouldn't have women's suffrage. Potts also says that a number of members don't seem to be compatible with the free order of our society, because one says to have a revolutionary spirit in a sick society is a sign of sanity. Another man wrote, to be revolutionary in a sick society is a sign of mental health. And this statement is assumed to be against the free democratic order of our society, claims ZEIT. This is a legal term, the free democratic order of our society. It means that somebody is against the first or the 20th article of our constitution. The first article is about, or does entail, the human dignity, which is a very fuzzy concept, and the Article 20 is about our civil rights. So when you are saying that you are revolutionary, or that you feel revolutionary in a sick society, then you are against civil rights and against dignity. There's another call for the joke police, because one member of the chat group said he can imagine the death penalty because he would like to see treasonous politicians be punished. Of course, the AfD paddled back. They apologized for these words, for the extremist views, like being for the death penalty, making jokes. Okay, here we are again. I'm far to the right of the AfD. They are probably picked the worst lines in their mind from the entire conversation, and I have absolutely nothing against any of these lines. I understand jokes, and I understand how the death penalty is some ordinary policy, like any other policy, that people are free to discuss in a free society. A couple of weeks ago we had a huge scandal over cybersecurity, or it was presented as a matter of cybersecurity. In reality, our dumbass politicians were too stupid to choose passwords different from the word password, and one guy, a 20-year-old, fished some conversations and some additional information from the darknet, and also publicly available information like office addresses, phone numbers, and so on, to release them over a Twitter feed. The Twitter feed was removed immediately, and nobody distributed the pieces of information because nobody cared about its actual content. I'm just mentioning this because it was a topic for probably two weeks in one go. And I did not report on it on my blog because I thought it is ridiculously unimportant, and my cybersecurity is just good enough for me to protect me against the agents that I believe are after me, or rather that I believe that those who are after me will find find what I want to hide anyway through other means. So there's no real protection in me getting more involved in cybersecurity. In any event, there was this huge scandal, and now a chatroom conversation is partly, in excerpts published by a newspaper, and there's this enormous double standard. If it's a private individual releasing it over a Twitter feed, then it's a aggression and it's a threat to democracy. That's how they phrased it. They called the release of boring, unimportant information that nobody even distributed because nobody cared, a threat to democracy. But if a newspaper published information from a truly oppositional party that has absolutely no offices in the country, then it is not a threat to democracy, because then it's the powerful people doing something. And if the powerful people are doing it, it's democracy. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.